What's up, Rockstars? Today I'm going to be talking about wasted potential. I'm talking God of War, I'm talking The Last of Us, I'm talking Batman, I'm talking a whole lot of stuff that is just completely wasted and it needs to stop. Thank you to my channel sponsor Into the AM. As a company that believes hard work and a great product is a proper way to conduct business, I am delighted to have them as part of the channel. They have some of the coolest graphic t-shirts around and an absolute best fit and feel that has continually exceeded my expectations. With new shirts arriving all the time and other products like boxers, hats, and even a monthly shirt club, I wholeheartedly recommend them to you. Check out the link in my description of this video for an exclusive 10% off everything they sell. Now, before we dive right in, I do want to give a quick shout out to Into the AM. They are a sponsor of the channel. This isn't a full plug. Just to let you know, I'm wearing one of their shirts. It's super cool. You should check them out. Again, link down below, 10% off. Okay, now with that out of the way, let's talk about this. What spurred me to actually comment on this was actually The Thinning Veil. And if you didn't know, this is a game about Halloween. And so it launched on Halloween. Now, that sounds great conceptually. Except, first of all, the launch means that the end of it is well after Halloween. We're getting towards the holiday season of Thanksgiving here in America, and then Christmas kind of in a much more places than just America. And it also launched at a time when like CMON is live, and there's so many things live right now. Slay the Spire is doing very well. Cthulhu Death May Die is doing very well, and a ton of others actually. It's really big Kickstarter time right now. It's Q4. And for a first-time indie developer, it's very important to stand out. Now, one of the ways to do that is to craft a really good page and just really sell your game well. Another part is just to launch as smart as you can. I think it would have been better to end on Halloween instead of launch on Halloween. It would have put them ahead of that big curve and also still allowed them to kind of do a Halloween. But what I got from that isn't so much that they just picked the wrong date. It's that they were so focused on the niftiness of Halloween and their game that it came at the cost of actually being smart with their product pitch. And I feel that happens with IP a ton in these board games, especially these crowdfunded board games. What I mean by that is it's not properly utilized, and it's actually kind of a disservice to the IP. I'm not talking about gameplay. I'm not talking about structure of a campaign when it comes to what they're offering so much. There's a little bit of that. But what I mean is, I don't understand why you would pay money for an IP that you fail to really capitalize on. And I feel we don't do that very often. For instance, CMON owns the rights to make a God of War board game. God of War, the board game. Now that has huge potential. You want to know what would have made it even bigger of a potential? If they had prioritized that game above a lot of the other ones so that they could coincide with the game that was just released, God of War Ragnarok. If you didn't know, that literally releases today, the day I'm posting this, which, by the way, I just played through the old God of War because it was amazing and my wife hadn't seen it and she wanted to see the latest one. So great game. But it's completely wasted that they're busy doing something else. They have the IP for that. They're paying for that IP. Why would you not coincide it with the launch? The companies that actually own these do this all the time, right? They'll do the promotions and put their, the video game characters on Mountain Dew bottles and have TV adverts going and all this other kind of stuff, and to where all these other things are getting bought, like the Mountain Dew bottles and all these other things, to coincide with the hype that is the release of that game. CMON isn't there though. CMON's just busy sitting on that IP. And I understand that the game may not be ready yet, but I think if you prioritize enough, especially considering how long ago it was announced, that you could have launched it to coincide with this. And it's really unfortunate that they haven't done that. And I feel that's such a waste, and it happens literally all the time. For instance, Batman Gotham City Chronicles Season 3 launched very soon after the Batman movie did. Now, first of all, I think it should have launched with the Batman movie, but also it included nothing from the Batman. How do you not at least have a Kickstarter exclusive The Batman miniature? Can you imagine how well that would have gone? Tie it directly into the movie everybody's hyped for, the release of everything, or even make an actual pack around it where for this add-on, $40 or something like that, you can get the Batman and the new Batmobile and the Penguin and all this. Like, can you imagine how well that would have done? Yet, nothing. No, we don't even get that. Why are these companies paying for the IP and then wasting the potential? Granted, the IP will help it sell. But you know what would sell better? is right at the height of hype. You guys are just passing by all the time. The Last of Us, come on, owns Last of Us. They announced it a while back, and yet I doubt it's going to be here by January, which is supposedly when it's going to be, the TV show comes on HBO. Why not coincide it with that? Why not release something around that? Why not make something Kickstarter exclusive or an add-on or something, or otherwise tie into that? I'm not saying that I want this industry to be nothing but IP spam and marketing, but I do want companies to be smart so that they make good financial decisions so that we can back confidently and buy these games that are super expensive with confidence that they're doing well and running things well. And so it just boggles my mind that this is the case. You should give what fans want. And what fans want are to feed their hype and to be able to get stuff that they want, like the fan service, or in this case, the stuff that's coinciding with it, the movie stuff or the game stuff or whatever. Launch the God of War thing, and I realize it's the original God of War, but launch at the same time, and then have an exclusive character that's like him from like the Ragnarok, maybe the fur cloak one that they show, or something like that. Just tie it in, and you will do so much better with very little effort. Just be smart about it. I don't understand why these companies just aren't smart with it. It boggles my mind. If you have any ideas, let me know. Or if you have been disappointed by one of these games, let me know. This also kind of led from like the Slay the Spire thing, because it just seemed to kind of be shoehorned in, which is fine, but I thought that then they also did the beta art really, really well. So they have an expansion on Slay the Spire where you can get like the old school art from that's not part of like the main game that people play. And that's such a smart thing. It's feeding that fandom. And I just don't understand how they don't feed the fandom like they do. I really don't get it. So companies need to do better with this. They really do. And it's not because I want to, feel like a FOMO and I have to get something like that. It's because I want to be excited about a product. I want to be able to buy something when I'm excited about it, and I'm happy to give the money because I want what is being offered, and not, oh yeah, I remember that thing from years ago that has nothing come out in years, but yeah, I guess I could get it now. Which seems to be what we do lately, and I don't understand it. I think companies are just so excited to get the IP that they grab any IP they can get and then just throw a campaign up whenever that's ready, and then they go from there. And I just don't get it. I really don't. The Skyrim game is coming out soon, and I really feel like that should coincide with the next thing that the company does, and not necessarily even just, whenever. But they may have other reasons to be launching when they do. It just coincide with the IP that you paid money for. Why don't we do that? Anyway, yeah, let me know if there's anything that either maybe did it really well, maybe there was a good tie-in, and I just have missed it. Maybe that's it. Or maybe, you've been disappointed in, like, for me, that was Batman. I wanted the Batman minis and Batman Season 3, and I figured that's why it was delayed, yet nope, nothing. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have. We're going to be doing some really cool reviews. I have Heroes of Might and Magic 3, another IP game, on the table right now. So let you guys know what I feel about that very, very soon. Subscribe for that, of course. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye, guys.